See, Kamsi, ever since our parents died, we have been suffering to survive. This suffer is too much. Oh. If I'm to marry tomorrow, I want to marry a man who is rich. I don't want to continue suffering like this. Also in a man's house, I don't even want to work. I want to be a full-time housewife, Oriak, enjoying my husband's money. Can't you see this couple on social media? She's traveling around the world. Her husband sponsored her trip and everything. This is just the way I want my marriage to be. Awele, easy o. Social media can be deceiving. They only show you the good part and leave the ugly side. As for me, I want to be independent. I want to have my own money. It brings respect to a woman. Even if my husband is rich, my money will still go a long way. I advise you, Awele, if you have ears, listen, work and be independent. Our parents may not have much before they died, but our late mother is a hustler and it runs in our blood. Work and make money because tomorrow is pregnant. Oh. That your husband might be rich today, you don't know how tomorrow will be. You might be the savior if you have money. Know this and know peace. Do not say I did not warn you. Few years later, the two sisters got married. Awele, the elder sister, got married to a very rich pastor, and Kamsi got married to a businessman. Awele got married to a pastor named Onuora, and they had two children named Chisimde and Ikem. As a pastor, the church members and the people around always admired this beautiful family. Some even wish they have the same lovely family as their pastor, Honora, has. Honora loved his son, Ikem, more than his wife and his daughter, Chisimdi. He showered Ikem with so much love. He will buy him anything he wants and fulfill all his desires. But he treated his wife badly and also hated Chisimde, his only daughter, because she sides with her mother. Honora, aside being a pastor, also had other businesses. He's a very rich man and well known. Despite that, he didn't let his wife work and he didn't let her know any of his businesses or properties that he owned. He treated Awele so badly. He will beat her at any slightest provocation. He will insult her and call her name. He made sure he didn't employ any housekeeper or maid in the house. He practically made sure his wife does the cleaning, the cooking, the washing, and at the end of the day, Awele is always very exhausted and tired. Chisimde will always hide and help out her mother whenever she could, because if her father sights her doing the chores assigned to her mother, she's in big trouble. So she hides to help her mother to avoid wahala. Meanwhile, Ikem is the favorite son. He does nothing at home. He's already a spoiled child. He doesn't even listen to his mother anymore. He practically lacks respect where his mother is. He will lavish money as he wants, go out with friends to party, come back anytime he wants. He practically does anything he wants without being questioned at his very young age. One day, Honora traveled to another city to do some businesses. He was to spend 5 days on this trip. Before he left, he gave strict instructions to Awele. Listen, woman, you and your children must not step out of this house no matter what. Maybe on the days of going to the church, the house is already well equipped. I've bought all the foodstuff you need. I don't want to hear any gossip or stories when I come back. He gave these strict instructions, forgetting that Ikem doesn't listen to his mother. That night, Ikem went out as usual with his friends. They were at the club drinking and smoking, chatting with his friends. When the club was raided by the police, he was among those arrested by the police. Back at home, Awole waited for Ikem to return as usual, but he was nowhere to be found. She called his phone several times, no answer. She also called her husband, who did not pick up her calls. Chisimdi came out of her room at the middle of the night to take water in the kitchen, only to meet her mother looking worried and pacing around the living room. She said to her, "Mama, why are you still awake by this time of the night? You should be sleeping by now. What is the matter? Why are you looking so worried, Mama?" Chisimdi, "Is your brother Ikem? He's not yet back. I am so worried. I just hope he's okay." "But Mama, have you called him?" "Yes, I have called him, and he's not answering any of my calls. I've even called your father. He too is not picking. I am confused. I don't know what to do next like this. I'm very worried." "See, Mama, I don't know why you are worrying yourself. Ikem does this all the time, and Papa doesn't scold him or say anything to him. Ikem is just 14 years, but behaves way older than his age. The kind of friends Ikem hang out with, Mama, is nothing to write home about. The day I tried to tell Papa about the kind of friends Ikem hang out with, he slapped me and warned me never to talk bad about his son again. I won't be surprised if he gets in big trouble." "So you mean you told your father about this and he slapped you? I am so sorry, my daughter. But Mama, why are you always enduring everything that Papa is doing to you? My friends at school, they used to tell me how their own father treats them. Their father treats their mother with respect. But Papa is not treating you right. Yet you are still here. Why, Mama?" "My dear daughter, all marriage is imperfect, and they are not the same. Your father is just being the head of the family. He will change. I pray for him every day, okay? And you too. Also put him in your prayers and put our family in prayers. Everything will be alright. But for now, go to bed and sleep. I will be here till your brother comes back." Chisimdi left, and Awele waited all night, but Ikem did not come back. The next morning, Chisimdi came to wake up her mother, who slept in the living room, waiting for Ikem to come back. "Mama, wake up. You slept here waiting for Ikem. I told you not to bother yourself. Ikem will definitely come back whenever he wants, Mama." The mother, still very worried, called Ikem's number again, but this time around, it was switched off. She tried again to call her husband's number, yet he's not picking, and he doesn't even return her calls back. And this worried Awele, it made her very uneasy about Ikem's safety. 4 days later, Ikem is not yet back, and it's the day Onuora is also coming back from his trip. When he got home, Awele welcomed him, and he asked about Chisimdi and Ikem. Awele told him, "Chisimdi is fine, my husband. But Ikem, I have not seen him for 4 days. I called his number, it was switched off." Onuora's face changed. "What did you just say, Awele?" He slapped her so hard, and Awele fell on the floor crying. "You are a useless mother. So Ikem is not home for 4 good days, and you sit at home doing nothing. Ah, you better tell me where my son is now. He pulled his belt and started to flog Awele with it. He didn't even let Awele say anything, explain herself. Chisimdi ran out of the room and started to scream and shout for her father to leave her mother alone. Papa, Papa, please leave Mama alone. Leave Mama alone. She's not at fault. Onuora turned to his daughter and gave her a very hot slap, and she fell and fainted. He angrily stormed out of the house, leaving his daughter on the floor without checking if she's okay or not. Awele panicked and started to call Chisimdi. Wake up! Chisimdi, wake up! Don't do this to me now. Please wake up. She rushed to the kitchen and grabbed water immediately. She poured it on her and she woke up. Awele was relieved that her daughter is fine. Chisim decided to beg her mother, Mama, please, I don't want to stay here anymore. I'm always scared. Mama, please, let's run away. But Awele didn't listen. My daughter, see, I grew up without parents. I know what it is like living without a father. Your father will change, okay? We will keep praying for him. He's just angry. Meanwhile, Onuala went out to search for his son. He got information that he is in jail, which he went to the police station and bailed him. On getting home, Onuala started again. He called out Awele, who was very weak and tired, bruises all over her as she walked to meet her husband. See, Awele, my son spent 4 days in the police station because no one came to bail him. Look how thin he's looking. Because of this, you will sleep outside for 4 days so that you will see how it feels. Awele was shocked. What? Why? Onuora, why are you being so wicked like this now? Am I the one that sent him to the police station? He didn't even call me to help him get bail. Then how am I supposed to pay for what I did not know? You said I should sleep outside. See my body now. You have already beaten me up today because of him. Please stop all this maltreatment. It's no good. Onuora angrily gave her another slap. You must be stupid. Immediately, he wants to pull his belt. Awele ran away to her daughter's room and locked herself. Onuora followed her and warned her to come out or else she won't like it. Chisimdi is inside the same room, staring at her mother speechless. That night, Chisimdi thought of what to do, who to call and who to ask for help. So, she decided to call her mother's sister, Kamsi. She took her mother's phone and called her auntie. Hello, auntie, it's Chisimdi. Kamsi was surprised to hear from her. Chisimdi, where is your mother? And why are you calling me by this time of the night? Hope all is well. No, auntie, all is not well. In fact, as I'm talking to you, my mother is shivering here. She's not feeling fine. My father beat her up today. It's a belt oh. Jesus, a belt? Is he beating an animal? Why didn't Awele say anything all these years? I knew it. I knew something was wrong. I kept asking her. She kept avoiding the questions. And she even stopped me from visiting. She restricted me. Awele, why? Why? See, Chisimdi, I will come to the house tomorrow after church, okay? Don't tell your mother you called me. Okay, auntie, I won't tell her. Thank you so much. The next day is Sunday, and Awele and her daughter was woken opened up with a loud knock on the door. Awele, Awele, why are you still inside that room? Don't you know today is Sunday and we need to be in the church on time? Chisimdi opened the door and greeted her father. Papa, Mama's body is very hot. Please, I think you need to take her to the hospital. Onuora looked at Chisimdi. Okay, I've heard you. He approached where she is lying down on the bed and touched her body. And he noticed that her body is very hot, true. He instructed Chisimdi to go downstairs to the first aid box, get me paracetamol. It's just headache. She'll be fine. Get ready for church, two of you. After church, we will go to the hospital. Awele nodded. She got up, went straight to the bathroom, and dressed up for church after taking the paracetamol Chisimdi brought for her. She also did her makeup so that she can be able to hide all the bruises on her face and body. Just when she was about to enter the car, she felt a sharp pain on her tummy. She screamed and fell on the floor. Next thing was blood coming out from her body. Onuora began to panic. He asked the children Ikem and Chisimde to go to the church while he take their mother to the hospital. On getting to the hospital, it was discovered that Awele was 2 months pregnant and she had lost the pregnancy. Awele was devastated. Onuora, this is the 4th pregnancy you are killing because of your constant beating. Onuora started to beg. I am so sorry, my wife. You know you are the cause. Stop making things that will make me angry, please. I promise I will never beat you again. I will never lay my hands on you ever. Please forgive me. Awele looked at him without saying anything. When they discharged her, they got home to see Awele's sister, Kamsi, in the living room. Onuora welcomed her warmly like a good person and left. Kamsi was very sad, seeing how Awele was looking. Awele, why did you lie to me? What is all these bruises all over your body? Chisimdi told me today in church that you were bleeding and your husband had to rush you to the hospital. What is going on, Awele? Tell me. See, Kamsi, I am fine. It's just small misunderstanding that happened yesterday. My husband used belt to beat me. I am fine, okay? As you can see, don't worry yourself. You are fine, Awele. See all over your body. You are fine, Awele. See how you are being malnourished. Awele, you are my elder sister. I respect you so much. But you see this, I will never tolerate it. Why would a man that called himself a pastor in church, he will stand and preach and people will admire him, would do such a thing to his wife? I will not let it slide. I will not lose any of my blood though. You are the only blood sister I have and I will not lose you. You are leaving this house and you are leaving this man. Which house, Kamsi? My husband apologized and he promised that he won't do it again. He gave me his words. See, Kamsi, I can't leave. Oh. Where am I leaving to? Your own house? You have 4 children to cater for. Your hands are full already, please. Sister, this house is a death sentence already. Leave now. I and my husband will help you. I have enough savings that can help you and your children to start all over again. I won't live here without you. Do you know the amount of trauma you have put your children? See, Awele, I'm not living here without you and your children. Go in there and pack your things. Let us go. But Awele refused, Saying all is well, Kamsi was sad and she told Awele, I am leaving, but if you need me, you know where to find me. She angrily left. That evening, Onuora came back with plenty gifts for Awele and her daughter Chisimdi. He called them and presented them with the gifts and pleaded for forgiveness. He promised he won't maltreat them again. I am so sorry, my wife. I am so sorry, my lovely daughter Chisimdi. It's just anger. If you people will stop making me angry, I won't be able to. I will be able to stop beating you. Please try and stop making me angry. He promised he won't mistreat them again. For a whole 1 week, everything at home was peaceful. Onuora didn't beat his wife or yell at her. The house was very peaceful. But Awele started to notice some changes on Chisimdi. One night, as they all slept, Awele woke up in the middle of the night to get water. As she passed Chisimdi's room, she started to hear some noise. When she opened the door, what she saw was frightening. Chisimdi was sleeping and at the same time struggling. She kept on saying, please Papa, please don't beat me. Papa, please don't kill Mama. Chisimdi was seriously struggling as she was sleeping. Awele looked on, shedding hot tears. She held Chisimdi and hugged her, who woke up suddenly, still struggling and saying those words repeatedly. She hugged her mother back. Awele said to her, I am so sorry, my daughter. I didn't know all this was affecting you. I didn't know. I am so sorry. It's okay, Mama. I am fine. I only get frightened when I see Papa. I am always scared. I don't want to lose you, Mama. I don't want to stay in this house again. I am so scared, Mama. Please. I want to leave. Please, Mama, listen to Auntie Kamsi. Let us leave and start all over again, far away from this place. I'm already living in fear. Awale hugged her again and promised her that if their father ever lay his hand on her again, that they would leave without looking back. I promise you today, Chisimdi, if your father ever lay his hands on me or you again in this house, we are going to pack our things and leave. After all, Ikem is his favorite son. Two of them can live together without any issues. I didn't know things have gotten this bad with you. You are now having traumas. Oh God, what have I done? I'm so sorry, my child. Then come one fateful Sunday. They all went to church service as a happy family. After the church service, Kamsi, Awale's sister, had visited the church that day. She politely approached Onuora for a discussion. Meanwhile, a day before the church, Chisimdi had called her to tell her all the nightmares she has been having and how scared she's always whenever she sees her father. She also told her how it is affecting her studies, that she pleaded with the principal not to call her parents to avoid her not running away from home. So Kamsi politely approached Onuora at the church premises that fateful Sunday. She begged him to continue treating her sister good. Ah, Onuora, it's nice to see you again. I see you are treating my sister very good. She's glowing and looking so beautiful. Please, my in-law, continue to take care of her very well. She's all I got. because anything negative can also affect the children. Please don't stop treating her like a princess she is. Thank you, sir, for your audience. And I really like today's service is centered on abusive marriages. And I don't know why men of these days beat their wives who does nothing to them. But anyways, I love today's service. Please, I love the way my sister is looking. Continue to pamper her like a princess she is. Thank you so much. That is all I want to say to you. Onuola looked at her and smiled. Thank you for coming. He turned and left without saying anything else, leaving Kansi standing looking confused. When they got home, Onuola locked the house and hid the keys. He bounced on Awele immediately and started to beat her. How dare you gossip about this family to an outsider? I even promised you that I won't beat you or treat you badly again, only for you to go and provoke me again. I warned you, Awele. I warned you. I told you, do not provoke me again. Stop doing things that will make me angry. Awele was standing looking confused. My husband, what have I done again? I did not do anything. How dare you tell your sister that I've been treating you and beating you, that she had the mind to approach me this afternoon after church service to advise me, pastor, how to treat my wife? Can you imagine the insults? Awele, I warned you. I warned you. And I told you not to discuss our family matters, any issue that happened inside this house to an outsider. Awele looked at him. My husband, but Kamsi is not an outsider. Kamsi is my only sister. If I confide in her, I don't see anything wrong. My husband, please try and understand. This woman, since you don't have sense, I will give you sense today. He pulled his belt and started to beat Awele with it in front of his children. Then he came, tried to stop him by coming close to him. Onuora used his left hand and pushed Ikem really hard, making Ikem's head to land on the edge of the wall beside him, and he collapsed immediately. Onuora stopped beating Awele and rushed to Ikem's side. He was not responding. They tapped and called all they could, but Ikem did not respond. They rushed Ikem to the hospital, where he was confirmed dead on arrival. Awele looked at Onuora and clapped for him, crying, "You have killed your favorite son. Are you happy now? You have killed him. Now you will reap what you sow." Awele left the hospital with Chisimdi. She went straight home, packed all their bags, and left before Onuora could reach home. They went straight to Kamsi's house and told her all that happened. Kamsi was so sad. "But I warned you to leave, that a real pad doesn't change his spot. I told you that your husband, if he's a beater, he will continue and always be a woman beater. There is no going back on it. I told you, now you have lost your only son. So, leaving now comes with a price. You see? Anyways, I am so happy that you left and you learned your lesson the hard way. My husband and I own the next building. That is where I wanted you and your children to stay. My husband is rich. Yes, I know I did not tell you, but I told you that we could help. Now, you and Chisimdi, we have to move to the next house and start your lives again. We will help you, of course. Me and my husband, we are going to support you and help you. But For that your yeye husband, he can never go scot-free. He will definitely be jailed for killing his son. Onuora spent the days of his life in regret. He was jailed for killing his son. Awele, with the help of therapy, helped Chisimdi to overcome the trauma she experienced for years. Know this: if you are in an abusive marriage, remember that you deserve respect, love, and safety. Seeking help isn't a sign of weakness, but a courageous step towards reclaiming your well being. Saving your life is saving a brighter future. Seek support. Prioritize self love. Love yourself first, and know that if someone truly loves you, they won't harm you. Remember again, having the courage to live is a good step towards healing and also a brighter future for yourself and for your loved ones. Tell me the country you're watching from and what you learned from this story. Help share this story to reach people who might be in need of it. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. It will only take a few seconds and it will help grow my channel. I am counting on your kindness and good heart. Until I bring another interesting story your way. Bye and God bless you.